The Australian High Commissioner to Mauritius, Her Excellency Ms. Jenny Dee, paid a farewell call on the Prime Minister Mr. Pravin Kumar Jugnauth on 21st of July at the new Treasury Building in Port Louis. With regard to the COVID-19 pandemic, she commended the Mauritian government for its efforts to protect the population. She also paid tribute for frontliners who have been working relentlessly since the outbreak of the pandemic. So, you've been in Mauritius during the pandemic. How do you assess the way Mauritius has dealt with the pandemic?
Look, I raised this with the Prime Minister and I commended the Mauritian Government on its efforts to protect the community against the COVID-19 pandemic. It's been an unprecedented period and we obviously also pay tribute to the frontline workers, the health workers that have been working very hard since the outbreak to protect communities and save lives.
Could you give us your views about women in the world of diplomacy?
Well, personally and professionally, we're advocate for gender equality. And so that means that we also want to see diversity in the representation of our diplomats as well as other sectors. So I'm pleased that I am, I think, the fourth consecutive female Australian High Commissioner here in Mauritius. We're working very hard as a government and a department to have equal representation of heads of mission overseas, and I think we've got just about 40% of our women are Australian ambassadors overseas, and I'd certainly encourage it as a profession for women interested in international relations to think about diplomacy as a profession.
As a woman, how convenient it is and how tough it is?
Well, I think any profession and any job has its challenges, and we thrive on challenges. Our job is to look for solutions to problems, to find partners, look for common interests, and problem solve so that we can address the many challenges that countries share or that regions might share. And so it's been thoroughly interesting and a real privilege to work here in Mauritius on our common challenges, not just bilaterally but also in regional organisations like the Indian Ocean Rim Association. We've also worked closely in the Commonwealth under blue economy, ocean economy, blue charter issues. Obviously climate change is a challenge for all our countries, and so we've been pleased to be able to support the Commonwealth Climate Finance Access Hub, which is headquartered here in Mauritius as part of a shared contribution to the challenge countries face, particularly vulnerable states, to the impacts of climate change, for example.
How has been your experience in Mauritius?
Is generally a very positive one because of the welcoming nature of the Mauritian people, the friendliness and the beauty of the environment. We have spoken about gender equality as an area that all countries still are working towards. Personally and professionally, we know there's still more work to do in terms of breaking down stereotypes of roles of girls and women. And one of the areas we've worked together on here is promoting more girls and women to study science, technology, engineering and mathematics, what they call the STEM subjects. We need more girls and women to be studying STEM because these are the jobs of the future, for example. So what I would say is that whether we're living in Australia or Mauritius, there's more work to do, but it's been incredible, the partnership, men and women working together to try and promote greater diversity across government, across business and across civic society. I've just had a really productive farewell call on the Prime Minister after 3 years here in Mauritius as the High Commissioner. We spoke about the strong cooperation between Australia and Mauritius, and particularly areas where we've developed links, in particular education and research. We've had a number of Australian education and research institutions develop partnerships and support Mauritius's agenda of being a transnational education hub. Of course, the particular highlight in 2018 was the establishment of the first campus through Curtin, Mauritius. But we've had a number of other Australian institutions that have partnered here to deliver Australian qualifications in partnership with others. The other area we spoke about, and is one where we can continue to build cooperation as well, is the blue economy. We know that's a priority sector for Mauritius. It's an area where Australia, as an island state as well, continues to develop considerable expertise, and we've partnered in a number of different areas around research, around development of fisheries and aquaculture, and I know that there's more that we'll be able to partner on in terms of supporting development of the blue economy.